example, before I started my business, I didn't know how to do photography, video, this kind of stuff. But I keep learning. For example, I always try to use my spare time to learn things. So I spent a year just to improve my photography and learn how to do all this editing and getting some more camera gears. So it became so helpful. Instead of I used to hire people, ask people help for picture here and there, but not so convenient. But now I can just have a new design. I put it at my house, the small little backdrop with my camera, and then right away I can edit.
Yeah.
So it just, when you have all these skills, it's just so much more convenient. I was really self-consciously, I told myself, I have to do what challenges me. When I'm afraid of camera talking, okay, then I have to do even more practicing.
Yeah.
And when I'm afraid of performing, then I need to push myself just to, even if I'm not doing good, I need to just try to learn. And I'm afraid of something, I have more motivation, I want to conquer it. I used to really focus on my weakness. And because when you focus on your weakness, of course, the weakness, when you notice your weakness, you try to improve. But then that's also the reason why you feel inconfident. You are afraid of trying something. But then you forgot your strengths. And then that's another thing is you have to really embrace your own strengths, develop your strengths. Like,
What's up, you guys? Welcome back to Stats to Assets podcast, where we talk about business, careers, financial literacy, and how to make money online with your expertise. Today's guest is somebody super special to me, super interesting, a dancer, a fashionista, just a brilliant mind, entrepreneur, and an artist. Now, if you dance, let's say you dance in Latin dance, bachata, salsa, zouk, or any dance, you probably have heard of the brand My Ziji. And if you have heard of the brand My Ziji, you know you have seen heels, you've bought heels, you have bought some sneakers and other really, really cool dance fitness gear. And if you're still with me, you know that today's guest is Sherry Shanshan. Sherry, welcome to the show. How are you?
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
It's really special for me to be here, to be heard. I think it's really important. So especially I'm still new in Austin, and getting to know the community here, so warm, so welcoming. That's so important because I used to live in Boston. I was sad to leave the community. And then now I started to get to know people here, and the feeling like people really supporting me. That's really important. And I love local community. Even though you will talk about online business, but for me, in-person business or in-person connection, that's everything. It's so important for me. So I've been also trying to taking class with local instructors and join some socials, just because I want to get to know people here. Yeah. And also, of course, I love it too. Yeah.
This is awesome. So we've been trying to connect and get with each other to do the podcast. I'm so excited to share your story and give you an opportunity to allow us to go deeper with you and really get to know you. We see you at the dance conferences with your shoes and with your merchandise, and you're running your business, and I'm so inspired by your Instagram. It just looks like you are having the time of your life. It's like a vlog, right?
I'm everywhere.
You're everywhere. You're doing all the things, and it's so inspiring to an entrepreneur like myself. It's like, go after it, go for it, go after your dream, right? So before we get started, if anybody's not a dancer and they don't know of you, can you introduce yourself really quickly? Just tell them who you are and what you do.
Okay. My name is Sherry. So I created my dance fashion brand 6 years ago, since January. Yeah. So it's been a long journey. So I define my brand, it's dance-inspired fashion line. Because everything I design, everything I create, they are actually inspired from dancers. When I watch performance, when I go to a festival, I really inspired by how they dress, how confident they are, and how much they embrace themselves. So that was the goal I started. I was like, I want to be like them. Dance make me feel good. I forget about who I am, what background I am, whatever the stress I had from the day. Dance just made me feel a different person. Yeah, and I felt so welcomed even wherever I am. I could be a stranger any place, but when you go dancing, you can meet people right away. Yeah, and you can talk to someone. You don't feel like, oh, it's so awkward to talk to a stranger, right? It's like what she's doing, what's her purpose? Yeah, when you go dancing, you don't need purpose just because you want to go enjoy yourself.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, so that's how I started. I was like, at the time I was struggling with my job searching at the time, and also because I love dancing, but at the same time, I was like, I wanted to dress up. I want to dress the way to define myself, but I couldn't find any really good shoes that I feel comfortable and looking good, and the good quality. So, I mean, I'm sure there are, but it was, at the time I was just feeling not a lot of choice. So I started to try and talking to my instructors that maybe I can provide the shoes or I can design the costumes. And very luckily, I had a really supportive community when I was in Boston. Havana Jeff and some other instructors, they really support me. It's like, Sherry, we need this and that. Can you make this for me? So I was like, yes. And then after trying, and then I did some dance fashion shows. And then I just like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Wow. Yeah, this is the business I'm going to go in. Instead of looking for job, and I'm confident that I can do a good job. But if instead of creating value for other company, why don't I just create this business? It's like a school. I was thinking, even if I don't make it, it's still a school. I maybe, yeah, so of course you need to spend a little bit of money, but then I was also careful how much I spent for the beginning, and then step by step just to try at the beginning, and then just take it as an education progress.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah, and then because of the whole process, actually, so a little bit more behind, like the background of me is, I used to be designer, and I always loved drawing, and I had the like international business education, and had a master degree, but everything I had wasn't in the U.S. I did in UK. I studied in UK and Hong Kong. But when I came to US, it was actually challenging because I think a lot of jobs, they only recognize your education and experience from local.
Yeah.
But I just felt I had a lot of experience. I feel like, okay, I'm confident like what I could do, but
Yes.
but then it's still new market, it's still like new culture. That was like more than 10 years ago when I came here. I just feel like there's a lot. I need to start from zero. I need to have a platform that I can start with. So instead of searching someone else giving me the opportunity, I create this opportunity for myself. It's like I create a job for myself.
Absolutely.
Instead of finding a job.
Yeah. So your background, you've always been a designer. So and you were working in corporate. What were you designing, or what was your like roles in corporate world?
Yeah, so my first job was like actually TV media design.
Media, okay.
So I was actually really familiar with all this production.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I was in the TV news channel creating like the, let's say, opening graphics and
Oh, cool.
some create, for example, some news they don't have footage. We create some animation to describe what's going on with the news. So that was my first job, and then I did some other job as like a graphic designer, but nothing to do with fashion design. So fashion is different field. Even though you have a design background, it's clothing, shoes, it's different production, and it involves so much more. You need to know the whole process. If I design graphic design, I don't have to make them. I just need to know how to use the design software or drawing. But if you want to create shoes, besides design, you actually like an engineer. So there's a lot of more things I had to learn. So, but design background I had, and also my business marketing field I had. So I used to, besides the design job, I also did the marketing job. I used to work for like a Italian watch company in Hong Kong, and some other marketing job like in the 5-star hotels as marketing background. So the marketing background and the design background really helped me to at least to develop this brand, and to make to understand the whole marketing, have a good marketing and the design sense. But of course, there's a lot of new things I have to learn.
Yeah, that's so amazing. There's so many things I want to break down and get into. First, we have a guest question. Soph to the stage.
Yeah.
Ziji.
What does my Ziji mean to you?
So my Ziji, I know. What do you think? Does it sound difficult for you to pronounce?
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
The first thing that pops up to mind really is whenever I think of Z, I think of zebra. So I don't know, that's just kind of random, but I feel like that's just what pops into mind for me. I really don't know.
Oh, I love it.
Nice.
Actually, zebra. Okay. Yeah. So when I started, actually the name took me so long. You can't believe, like few words. It took forever. I thought about, since it's Latin dance, I was thinking to have a Spanish name, or maybe more like romantic French name or Italian name. So I keep on asking all the friends around me, what kind of name do you think is the best? It took me so long, actually. And I was like, you know what? I felt I lost myself with all the names I hear, and I don't feel connected.
Yeah.
And if I don't feel connected, it doesn't represent me. I want something meaning behind.
Absolutely.
And then I feel like I lost myself. And then I thought, I want the name representing myself, and the representing everybody themselves too. So I just thought about the words in Mandarin, which is my mother language. Ziji. Ziji means self. So my is English, myself. So my Ziji means myself. I want everyone to know when you dance, it's because you want to embrace yourself. You have to believe in yourself.
I always wondered what it meant. And I like the English and Mandarin mix. And I think it's very smart to choose a name that you feel good about, you feel connected to. Yes.
Yeah, and also another thing is legally, you need to register. I mean, at least you have to find a name that you can register trademark.
And it's not
so that's
taken,
also,
right?
Yeah, that's not been taken. So it also took, I think, 2 years to register the trademark. So now this name is officially been registered as trademark. At the beginning, actually, the first name I had for this brand is called Ziji Style.
Okay.
But after I got rejected from the trademark.
Really?
So I had to change to a different name. So that was whole process of, the legal process.
That's hard. The trademarks?
Yeah, because it's not just about it's not just about sounds good. You have to also have a trademark legally. Otherwise, if anyone one day they register your name, and you're gonna have a lot of issue. You have to pay a lot of money, and you may not even able to keep the name. So that's a little advice. If you ever do a brand, make sure you find a name not just about sounds good, but also make sure it's able to register trademark.
Good. I need that. I need that information. Thank you so much. So Sherry, so you've been on a 6-year entrepreneur journey with your brand, My Ziji. What have you learned, and how have you changed from, let's say, year one, Sherry, to, let's say, this year is year 6?
6 years, yeah.
Yes. Year 6, Sherry.
Yeah, My Ziji 6 years old.
Talk about the confidence and just different things that you have encountered and overcome.
Yeah, it's such a journey. I have to say, like a lot of business actually they fell from the first year, and the business fell the 3 years and
Really?
5 years, and I'm glad I'm still surviving after pandemic, after everything. So of course I feel so grateful with even from how even had this idea and I execute, and with people around me supporting me, inspire me, and now I feel also to be able to sit here, I feel like that I want to also be the person can inspire others to do what they want.
Yeah.
So if you talk about people who know me before, let's say 6 or 7 years ago or 10 years ago, compare now, they were surprised how I am right now compared before.
Yeah.
Even some friends were laughing about me, like, Sherry, you were like, you couldn't even talk to me when I asked you how much is the shoes. I would be like, yeah, I would be blushing. I'm like, oh, you're my friend. You pay me whatever you want. I felt uncomfortable to charge to ask someone to pay me.
Okay.
That's the one thing, because I never had like my own business. I was always corporate, being paid,
Yes.
fixed salary, whatever. So I never had the drive to drive business. So when I charge someone money, I feel guilty. And also I was not confident. First thing is, I felt like my one thing about my language. In English is not my mother language, so sometimes I don't know how to express myself like fully. So I could, and also like I feel I was afraid of people judging me.
Yeah.
Like that's everything is because that makes you feel not confident. Like whenever whoever asks me, oh, Sherry, can you talk about something on the stage? Or even when I dance on the stage, if I have to perform, I feel nervous all the time. Like I would be panic every time when I perform. So that's why, like even the first time before I started my business, I was performing. I couldn't even remember what I did. I remember I practiced everything, but
I know.
I forgot
feel like that too.
I forgot everything because I was afraid of other people watching me, and I don't know. It's just there is so much like pressure when I feel like if people watching me.
Yeah.
And now can you imagine like after I go to all the festival, carry all the boxes, I had to set up the table, selling shoes close to the hundreds of people every event. And now I can talk to anyone.
Yeah. How did you
How,
you
right?
remember like when was that kind of switch of confidence in your mind, like, oh, I should talk confidently about the hard work I'm putting in and my product is high quality? Like when did you come across that?
Yeah, it's not from one day for sure.
Yeah.
It's like first you have to be. I was really self-consciously. I told myself I have to do what challenges me. I try to talk in front of when I'm afraid of talking to people, I'm like, okay, then I want to talk even more. When I'm afraid of camera talking, okay, then I have to do even more practicing.
Yeah.
And when I'm afraid of performing, then I need to push myself even if I'm not doing good, I need to just try to learn. And I'm afraid of something, I have more motivation. I want to conquer it. And also another thing is when I go to festival, I used to be like, I hate my accent. I used to like, oh, my English is so bad. I don't want to talk. I don't want to hear even my voice, my video. I'm like, I never want to watch it. But you know what? Sometimes when I go dancing, when I go to workshop, I'm like, this instructor, they can't even speak English well. A lot of instructors from different countries, but they are famous because people love them because who they are. They want to. It's about a content they present. And when you watch a TED show, a lot of people they don't actually speak very good English. They may be from different countries, but people want to hear their story, their experience. And this person, the content is more important than the language. And that's how I felt inspired. I was like, okay, then, there are many foreigners here in the U.S. I love whatever the different culture, the different language. So I should also embrace myself to accept who I am. And one more thing is, I used to really focus on my weakness. And because when you focus on your weakness, of course, the weakness, when you notice your weakness, you try to improve. But then that's also the reason why you feel inconfident. You are afraid of trying something. But then you forgot your strengths. And then that's another thing is you have to really embrace your own strengths, develop your strengths. Like, for example, when I started, I was like, first, everybody speaks Spanish in this thing or English, and I was the only Asian in this business.
Okay.
And the second is a lot of them, most of people who in this business, they are instructors, they really good dancers. They already know the market. At the time when I started, I knew nobody. I was absolutely nobody. I was a beginner dancer. I don't even know anyone at all. And then. And I had a lot of concern. And then you know what? After so many more experience I had, I was like, well, maybe I don't speak Spanish, but I speak Mandarin and Cantonese. I speak Chinese language, so I could communicate with my suppliers. And then maybe because I'm not a great dancer, not a professional dancer, but I can design. Not everybody can design.
Yeah.
So that's something I developed after. I noticed I have to realize I have to also embrace my strengths to continue to improve on what I think is not good enough. I keep on learning.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, I still keep on learning dancing, keep trying to learn a little bit Spanish, improving language. But also, mostly is to show what's my advantages.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I want to design shoes which are different. Whoever tell me, oh, can you make these shoes and that shoes? I'm like, oh, they already have these shoes. I don't need to do the same thing. I want something different. So that's how I become more confident. And also because I really put my heart on every design, every product, every little thing, even the material I use, small little details I use. So when I go to the festival, I talk to people. When they have a concern, I know how to explain. But also I listen from what they're concerned, because everyone can be different. You have different fit, shape, different expectation, different dancing level. So then I listen and I try to improve. So when I talk to people, the confidence about my product also giving me confidence about myself.
That is amazing. I love how you talked about paying attention to your strengths more than your weaknesses, and how you were explaining your strengths as you felt that you weren't as confident because you didn't really speak Spanish, right, or English very well. But a strength for you in your business and what value you could provide to dancers was speaking Chinese or Cantonese, right, and being able to talk to your suppliers to provide a better deal for yourself, a better product, which is really cool to see how it fits in your business and how you're able to give value to this amazing dance community, right? Yeah. I was stalking your vlog. I call it a vlog because it's your Instagram, but it just looks like you are just documenting your life, your entrepreneur journey, and it looks so fun. And I was like, wow. I was looking at all of the ambassadors and people that you are working with. How does that feel to have some of these top dancers, amazing artists, representing your brand?
Yeah, actually some of the new brands also ask me the same question, but I had the same question when I started. I have to say, like, when I started, even if I meet the good dancer or artist, I was not confident to even presenting them about my brand. But first thing is it took some time. At the beginning, I remember I just listen. I hear what their feedback. Yeah, at the beginning, I think very beginning, I was mostly focused with working with the local artists, instructors when I was in Boston. So they give me a lot of suggestions, what kind of shoes the dancers needs and what kind of brands they like and why. So I listened and I tried to improve. When I started, I didn't have many shoes. I have like few simple brands, simple designs, and so I try to listen to feedback. And then every time when I go to different festival, it's not just about sell product, but it's also for me to hear the feedback and to keep improving. And because of that, I think a lot of artists, they maybe not work with me from the beginning, but then they see next time, oh, something new, oh, a little more improvement. For example, just make example, I met Cork and Judith like maybe 3 years ago, maybe, yeah, more. But I think 3 or 4 years ago, they didn't even know me.
Okay.
Because I was afraid to talk to them.
Yeah.
And also a lot of people like that. I was afraid to talk to them, but then the second time when I met them, I tried to talk to them and just to know what's their feedback. I want to know, what do you think if this is a good shoes for you to dance? And surprisingly, after they try, especially Judith, she tried my shoes. She was like, oh, I love it. In Europe, everyone has the same shoes, but you had something different. That made me feel, oh, actually, I do have something different.
Yeah.
People appreciate that. And sometimes when you go with the same people and you don't even see your own strengths.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need some people who can see your strengths and to tell you, actually, you are special. And then that really inspired me. I have to say, until now, still, Cork and Judith, there are still some people really inspiring for me. I feel empowered. And also a couple of years back, like the first couple of festival I went, that was after pandemic, Dajon Clo, they are such a professional dancer and they're so humble. They were like, oh, I love this, I can try this. And they give me the feedback. So even they maybe from the first time, maybe they were not working with me, but then the second time they saw something different. Oh, Sherry, you made this.
Yeah.
And then the third time, can you make this too? So actually they even ask me if I can make something that they really want, but they couldn't find in the market.
Okay.
And also another thing is you ask me about how I work with all these ambassadors. One thing is I don't have the budget to pay like sponsorship fees. Right. Second is also, as a designer, I really feel it's so important for me to feel mutual appreciation.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I rather work with artists who appreciate my product, will continue to wear them, than pay for someone and then they maybe do advertisement pictures, but they don't even like the product.
Yeah, they don't really like the product.
Yeah, so whoever wear our shoes, we don't push them. So sometimes, mostly when I offer shoes for all these artists is because I want to hear their feedback. This is something new. This is how I created this. And look, you give me the feedback and this is what I created. What do you think? So mostly I had the purpose of, I wanted to hear the feedback. And then when they like it, they will keep on wearing because it's that too. If you see, they keep on wearing with shoes, it's because they really like it. If sometimes when you see them, they don't wear, but they do advertisement, it's because maybe they don't really actually like it.
Yeah.
And another thing is also I really care about the artist, their image, their person, how they inspire the dance community, how I feel inspired, how other people might be inspired by them. Not just about, oh, you're looking beautiful. No, it's not just about that. I really choose carefully who I work with. I care about diversity. I care about inclusive, and I care really about the empowerment.
Yeah.
And that's how I feel like if you, especially as solo business woman for this business, I feel this is how I can start, how I can keep growing. So I want to also support people who can inspire the community. So that's, so it's not just about how they look. There's so many more things I think about. And
that makes sense. It definitely, I can imagine it feeling really good when you're working with an ambassador and they actually like the product and they like multiple things that you do, and there's that mutual connection. So that's really, really cool.
Yeah, thank you, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Sherry, can we talk about some of your designs?
Yeah.
Either what you have going on the iPad or right here.
Yeah, let me just quickly show.
I'm excited. I need to get the ones that glow in the
The new
dark.
ones, right?
Oh my gosh. And the low tops. So yeah.
Yeah, so when we talk about dance shoes, this is more like traditional dance shoes. We have them something with padding for social dancing, with more support on the football, and also something more ballroom dance, more flexible. So these are the traditional dance shoes we have. But if you also want to dress up, can you pass me those 3 shoes, please?
Ooh, the blue ones.
Yeah, I have probably more than 30 type of shoes now. Just want to talk about. We also have some more like special design shoes. They're not just regular dance shoes. You can wear them for indoor, outdoor, and we can also custom make different heel, the sole with a sweat sole or street sole to meet your special needs. And this is one of my own design. So all these shoes are my own design. These shoes have a really good feedback, not just about the zebra. Zebra is actually one of our limited edition. We had the black and brown, red, different color. These shoes are very comfortable as a heels because it's stretchy but also holds your ankle. You feel very secure. And the way how the shoes shape, just when you wear these shoes, it's just looking very elegant. I mean, this doesn't show how it looks in person. It's also the design. This design with 2 different colors actually kind of shaping your legs, extends the appearance of your legs. And besides that, we also have something more, I would say this more like dressy dance shoes. They're still like this, still very comfortable. But when you go to a special event, let's say if you go to a special dinner party, but you have a dance, sometimes a lot of events, let's say even if you go to wedding, wedding or New Year's, there is always their dance. But I see a lot of time when you go to wedding, at the end of the wedding, most of the girls dressing elegant but with barefoot.
Kick the heels off.
And then I was able to keep my heels for the whole night, the whole ceremony, and then wear my heels dancing until the end of the night. So these are the kind of heels that are very comfortable. You can dress up because when we go social dance, it's not just about performance anything. It's you want to dress up, you want to look good. So we have these shoes. It's like you can dress up and you can also go different kind of surface. You can go to indoor, outdoor events. So it's like a regular shoes, but except they are designed with material you can dance. And this material, the more you dance, the more flexible they will become, the more durable compared traditional Swiss sole dance shoes. And the mostly is you don't have to brush, you don't have to maintain, you don't have to worry about there is the floor is too rough or there is any water, someone dropping some water or drinks on the floor. Then with a Swiss sole you can't dance anymore. So these shoes is more convenient, but we can also custom make Swiss sole or different heel height if some people want higher or lower. So we try to do all this service for dancers to meet their needs. And this is another design. I have a lot of more designs, but hard to bring everything. Let me show you the sneakers.
Sneakers. This is my shoe right here. I can't wear those heels. It's going to be broken.
This is your area. So we have some sneakers. I know. Let me show you. I know there is already a lot of sneakers in the market. What's different with our sneakers compared other sneakers? First thing is, of course, they're my own design.
Of course.
I have to say this design was inspired by a friend of mine, Carl. I was struggling with different color. I was like, it's too common, red, blue, black, white. I want something different. I always asking around my friends, some
It's
creative
Cal-
friends.
Cal from Austin?
Yeah.
Okay, nice, Cal.
Actually, he inspired me. He sent me the sports car, limited edition in sports car.
Okay.
And then, yeah, the color was like, oh, that's such a nice color combination. Let me try. Then I started to make drawing to see. So just to show you. This. Okay, I don't know if you can see from here. Yeah.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay.
How we doing, Ever?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, great. So this car, so this shoes was inspired by the car.
That's a nice car. I want the shoe though.
Yeah. So I was like, I know it's gonna be challenging because the market mostly prefer black or white. Not everyone is so like
Bright colors.
edgy enough
Yeah.
for the bright colors. But I just thought I want something different. At least give to people who want to be different. They have choice because most of the shoes out there, especially dance shoes out there, they are so common color like black and white, brown, this kind of color. I want to provide something for those artists, people, creative people, something different, something unique. Yeah, exactly. And then you know what? This became one of my favorite. I realized even it's a really bright color, I can match any kind of outfit, like even jeans or shirt, white, black, anything. And besides the design, they are very comfortable. If you can see, some shoes they focus on the spin, but for dancers, it's so important to have the flexibility too.
Yeah.
So our shoes, they are very easy to bend and point, and you can dance many hours, and they're lightweight. So we choose the material lightweight, not too bulky. A lot of shoes, they're bulky. They might be good for walking, but if you dance for many, many hours, these shoes will give you so much more freedom to do any movement, especially footwork, salsa, bachata. You have to move your feet very quickly, a lot of movement. And also lightweight and breathable. So every design actually for a purpose. It's not just about how it looks. It's also from inside to out. I design for a purpose for people to dance.
Yeah.
And besides this one, of course, we also have to make something for people who want match anything. We also have the black and the white, the new ones. These are the ones we just launched like a couple months ago. It's became one of the most popular shoes ever. We almost have no bad feedback. Like everyone loves these shoes. It's just the way, still comfortable like the high top I mentioned, or the futures, but just because it's more neutral color, white, gray, and easy to match any kind of outfit, and the low top, and more upgrade on the material. The more here's some cushion around to protect your ankle, and also glow in the dark.
Yes. Get to the point, Sherry. It's glow in the dark, baby.
Yeah, the glowing effect. So for people who don't want a glowing effect, it doesn't glow. If you want a glow, it works if you put the shoes under the light or sun, and then when you go to dark place, it shows. And it's like some people like, they went to, if you go to like a glowing party with a black lights, and you see the glow.
You'll see it.
Yeah, so it's a secret glow. It's
Secret.
it's a subtle. It's not too flashy.
Yeah.
So if you want to glow, there are you will see
Very
the glow.
cool.
But if you don't want the glow, it doesn't show the glow.
Do both,
And the black.
both of those glow in the dark?
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So try them on, and also want to mention about the sole.
Yeah.
I think a lot of dancers they only think about the spin, But for dancers, especially if you want to dance many hours, spin is important, but also you need to be able to control. You have to be able to grip the floor. And sometimes if it's too slippery, it's actually hard to control. If it's too slippery or bulky, it's hard to control. But these shoes, you can easily spin or slide any movement very easily. But also you can control because the sole is more flexible, and also the shape of the sole hugs your feet. So your feet feels like just being hugged like gloves.
Yeah, that's how I have flat feet, and so that's how I feel with those shoes.
You had the high top.
Yeah, I had the high top.
Yeah,
I need to get some new ones, and I got you, girl. I'm gonna get
I got you, girl.
my low tops. Those are really, really cool. And
Yeah.
my background comes from basketball and sports, and so I'm used to wearing sneakers, and these are so light.
Yeah.
And me being new to dance as well is like, well, what am I supposed to dance in? Not my basketball sneakers that are like bricks, but
Yeah.
these are really, really cool and really amazing.
Yeah, they look like a basketball shoes, but the material, everything is made for dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah, basketball shoes too heavy. You can't spin or slide, and too bulky.
Yep.
So eventually, just to advise dancers, if you wear wrong shoes, eventually you might get injured with your ankle, and you don't even notice. Actually, it's because your shoes were wrong. So to protect your feet, it's so important to have a right shoes. That's why the professional dancers, even though sometimes maybe with a demo, they maybe wear something fancy, some more trendy shoes, street shoes. But for when they have to practice, have a training, they will choose some shoes they feel comfortable. Our shoes has been really a lot of professional dancers, they use our shoes for training a lot. So yeah, protect your shoes, find the right shoes.
Awesome.
No, protect your feet, find the right shoes.
Protect your feet, find the right shoes, which is my Ziji. Don't get it twisted, y'all. My Ziji. All right. What else? What's new? What can you talk about that you are getting ready to launch, or some really cool project this year, or a goal in 2025 that you are chasing? You're gonna get it, so I would love to manifest that here.
Yeah, that's the thing. I feel like there are so many things I want to do, but I know also I need to focus. But there are some good news I can share.
Yeah.
First is besides the dancing, so we have some new designs. Like this another shoes you can close toe.
Show it again and put it up higher on your left. Yeah, perfect. Okay.
And then
Closed toe?
yeah, close toe.
You don't have those yet?
Not yet.
Ooh.
And then the high boots. And then some more sneakers, but I can't show yet.
Uh-oh.
Not yet. It's a secret.
Gotta get on the waiting list, y'all.
Yeah. And just to quickly show how many designs we have here.
Wow.
Just quick browse.
Yeah. Always
Yeah.
designing, always making things better,
Always.
taking in feedback, and it's not ending, right? It's
Yeah.
always trying
Even
to
the
be
one
better.
I'm wearing right now, it's a new one. I don't know if you can see it. I can't.
It's out.
Can you see it right now?
There it is. Yep.
Okay, that's another new one.
Ooh.
Oh, I love it.
That's a new one.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
a new one. Closed toe. You can dance. You can wear them for just going out, and you dress up for this kind of season. It's perfect. Yeah, and so besides the design, some more good news. And so recently we are actually also having some partners in different countries
Wow.
besides US.
Okay.
So I've been working with my partner from England. Amazing instructor, dancer, and amazing people. And we recently also have a new partnership with a European company. So we're going to be distributing our shoes in Europe too. So the reason is our shoes has been people buying from everywhere in the world. But the thing is, there's a shipping cost, the tax, everything is just, and also slow. So that's why some people contact us from Europe. They wanted to sell our shoes in Europe. And so this year, we will be going some European events, and the European dancers will be able to get our shoes more easily. So that's one of the good news. And another one for local Austin dancers. Listen, we're going to have a store for you. So you can go find all the shoes at the store. Just listen. The name of the store is called Moving Easy Store. We have been already working together for maybe 2 years, but we didn't have everything. But very soon, from maybe next month, you will able to find all different shoes and the sizing. So we just want Austin dancers to have a place you can really try them on instead of contact me, Sherry, where can I come to your home? Just follow me, and we will announce when is the opening very soon. So we're gonna have our first partnered flagship My Ziji store shoe showcase very soon, and we're gonna have some special promotion at the store. So make sure follow us.
Awesome. Oh my God. Congratulations on all, on the store, on the partners in, where is it? England and Europe?
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really
cool. Still hopefully, going more countries like Canada and some other countries. So, because we want more people to be able to access our product easily instead of international shipping.
Awesome. Yeah. Sherry, where do you see yourself in 5 years, personal life and in business?
Good question. It's like a job interview.
Right. Do you see yourself working at this company?
I really hope I can develop this company. My goal is actually not just like making a lot of money, but I want to be able to be sustainable with my business and able to pay people who work with me to grow together. Because when you are a small company, one of the biggest struggle is to finding people and to pay them. And it's a hard job. It's not like you when we go to festival, it's just so much work. And because when you don't make enough money, you can't really keep all the talented people working with you. Yeah, so my goal is really, hopefully I can grow business and hopefully have a more talented and responsible, committed individuals join the company to grow together. And there's so many things I need to learn and I need to help, and I don't know everything. From the business journey, you have to learn from everybody. So hopefully we can grow the business, but I'm not in a rush. If you ask me 5 years or 10 years, of course I will get old, but I hope some point I have a team of people who work and enjoy developing the business with me and have fun and work hard and work like a team. And it's also about empowerment. I want to have a team of people. We don't have to work like a corporate, dealing politics, whatever. I want people who work together, who really can focus on working and enjoy the development together, and able to also be patient to grow together as a small business. If you ask me about 5 years, I hope my Ziji can be at least going to more countries as an international company, but there are still a lot of things I need to learn, and I definitely need to. It's gonna be a long journey. There is a lot of small little things need to be better.
Awesome, you're gonna get there. I believe in you a lot, and of course your ambassadors and people in the community believe in you a lot. I love what you have done. I love your story, and You just are empowering me also as a businesswoman to take the plunge and take the first step and just start. So, and speaking of that, I want to ask you, what advice do you have for other entrepreneurs, whether it's in dance or it's in some other genre, for them, and they're at the beginning, they have this cool idea and they were year one. How do they start? How do they believe in themselves and just get it going?
It's not easy. First, you always come with a passion,
Yeah.
right? You want to do something because you're passionate about. But then once you start business, it's actually not as interesting as you thought, because there's a lot of business side, and you need consistency, you need more knowledge, experience. First thing is keep learning. For me, for example, before I started my business, I didn't know how to do photography, video, this kind of stuff. But I keep learning. I always try to use my spare time to learn things. For example, I during pandemic, I spent my year to because the business was slow, so I spent a year just to improve my photography and learn how to do all this editing and getting some more camera gears. So it became so helpful. Instead of I used to hire people, ask people help for picture here and there, but not so convenient. But now I can just have a new design. I put it at my house, the small little backdrop with my camera, and then right away I can edit.
Yeah.
So it just, when you have all these skills, it's just so much more convenient. But of course, this is just me. Everyone has different strengths, like I mentioned. You may not be a good designer, or maybe not good for photography, this kind of stuff. But I'm sure there's something else you're good at. So do something, keep on learning what you are interested, which can help the business. For example, if you are good at numbers, maybe you are able to do your business to make your business more financially, even more efficiently. I just make an example. Yeah, so first thing is keep learning, and some people like, oh, I just need to hire people who has this experience or that. But you know what? If you don't know anything, you don't even know if you're hiring the right people, and then you don't even know how you can use everyone else's resources to help you to grow your business. So you have to learn. You have to learn as much as possible. Even when sometimes in the morning, I will listen podcasting to hear some different financial business kind of related podcasting. Use my spare time. And I also love to meeting people to hear their stories. Could be entrepreneur, could be designer, could be dancer, to hear different ideas.
Yeah.
But at the end, if you talk about what's the advice, I think it's really, really important to be consistent. You may not see in 1 year, 2 years, but my first 3 years, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm like, should I continue, especially during pandemic? And like, what am I doing? I'm just spending money I don't know how far I can go. Yeah, there are so many other companies around in the market, and there are so much I don't know. I don't know if I can continue. You know, the first few years was a struggle. I struggled 3 years, and I didn't know if I can make money. So another advice though is, if you're new for business and you don't have much financial support, start with a small investment, just to test them out. Take it as a learning process. Don't expect you can spend $10 to make $1 million right away, because you might lose this money. But take this as a learning process, and eventually this will become like your investment, and you achieve from your experience. May not making money right away, but you will learn all this experience. I believe one thing is, when I was studying, I read a book with Steve Jobs. He said life is like a lot of dots. You don't know, but in some point they will be connected. Yeah, you don't know what this dots for. I was like, when I was in the school, I like a little bit this, I like a little bit of design, but I don't know if I'm good enough. I wasn't, yeah. So there's a lot of thoughts. It's like you planting the seeds. You don't know if they're gonna be helpful for your life, business or not. Like even my study, my degree was international business. I was like, my first job had nothing to do with international business, and my master degree was new media, was about internet and the new media's anything different, like against I mean all the new development, like websites, social media, this kind of media.
Okay.
So at the time I was like, I don't know what to do. I thought it's most people who successful, who got a good job in like going to the Google, Yahoo, this kind of internet company, but the competition is so strong. And when I didn't work for this kind of business, I'm like, I don't know if everything I started could be useful at all. I don't. Yeah, it's like, why I spend all this money and the time to study or had all this education background. But you know what? When I do my business, I realize every little thing connected.
Yeah.
And then even after I started my business, actually, I feel like I need to also improve my design, because fashion design was something new for me, even though I had design background. And then I went to Massachusetts Art School in Boston to take a fashion design course, just to improve, because I want to learn.
Yeah.
I want to learn more. So don't feel hesitated. Don't think about, oh, if I want to learn something, I would be on this business forever. You never know. But all these thoughts, they will be connected some point. Just be patient and be consistent. Keep trying. Don't be afraid of trying. Spend time. You will see. If you probably don't see the difference in 1 or 2 years. But when you look back, compare people 10 years ago,
Yeah.
the people who working hard and trying, learning, they will be different. I still feel like when I compare friends from the same age, I'm like, I could see all different kind of people. After 10 years, you see the difference. Like some people can be really successful in their career. Some people good with their family. Some people maybe the same thing. If you are afraid of trying, you will notice these people after 10 years, they're still in the same square, same space, and thinking the same way. Yeah. So keep trying.
Good. Keep trying. Consistency and patience.
Yeah.
And just start. Just start.
Yes.
I love that. That's such a really, really good advice.
Start from somewhere. Just start from somewhere. Yeah.
Really, really great advice. So let's close out the podcast. This has been amazing, by the way. Thank you so much for joining me here and having this conversation.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure too.
So fun. Let's close it out with, I want to know, what would you like people to know about your brand?
It's not just a shoe company. It's not just a dance company. It's not just a fashion company. It's about personality. It's something to define yourself. You don't want to be the same. You want to be different. And everything I do, I know it's challenging because they're different. And whenever there is something different, it's challenging for the business aspect. But don't be afraid of that. And also I feel like if you want people to, I want people to know we are a dance inspired fashion line. So I want to, why it's called dance inspired fashion line is it's so much more personality content with dancers, the artists, the art behind. It's not just a superficial how it looks. It's so much more behind. The dancers could share. You're a dancer, you're an entrepreneur, you can be, you have your job. So many dancers, they have a multitask, multi-talent, a lot of them. And you can, and that's so inspiring. And I could be dancer, I could be designer, I can do, it's just dancer keep our life different, make us feel happy, make us feel, remind us to love ourselves better.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's also, my brain is also a reminder to remind yourself your life is not just about going to work, get a little salary, and back to sleep. There's so much more you can do for your life. You can love yourself so much more.
I love it.
And you can just embrace yourself, whatever you are.
I love it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming to the show. This has been amazing. I know people are going to love this, getting to know your brand more, getting to know you and how hard you work on your brand and for your customers and clients and dancers. So this has been amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, you guys. Stats to Assets, Coach E. See you when I see you. Peace.